Water so far. What are some things that you're noticing?
When I tried to like put it and fill it and to do over here, even though it just did for 1 second and just popped right out.
And why did it pop up?
Because it was floating.
And why would it be floating though?
Because it has a wide base.
Is that the only reason why something plasticky would float? Maybe is that a question that we want to kind of record down and think about?
Yeah.
What makes things float in water? Okay. What else do you notice about water itself?
Like when you
What are some properties?
when you put too much dirty water, it starts to get a little blurry, like mine.
So what could that be like?
Fog?
Why is it getting dirty?
Because like this water is like coming from here, and this is kind of like salty at the bottom if you feel it, and that's making it dirty.
Okay, but why? So it's salty? So there's salt in that water there? So what's happening to objects inside of water? What happens to it? What do you think?
So like if you try to make this just float.
What do you think happens to things inside of if I put things like you said salty things or objects in there? What's happening to the water?
The water's getting polluted in a way, like.
But why?
Because usually, like in real life, people drop oil. So salt is just like oil. So if it pollutes the water, just sometimes it gets misty because it's just mixing into the pure water, and then it's.
But how does it? So what can we say then about objects in water?
I have another observation.
Hang on. What can we say about objects in water? If I dump some objects into water, what happens to the objects?
Some of them float, some of them sink.
Because plastic.
Okay, but what about the grittiness? Like you said something about gritty. How did that happen?
So it got a little dirty and blurry.
Just randomly, like dirt falls right in?
No, maybe like sometimes when you pour water, just some little white things in water.
So why are all these little white things? Where do they come from?
They came from
the water.
the objects.
Okay, so maybe that might be something. Maybe we can record that. Is that a wondering statement that we might have?
Yeah.
How do objects become a little grainy inside of things?
Mr. So I have another observation. So like when this is like totally full and you try to make it float.
It won't float anymore?
Well, it will only kind of float. So only kind of. But then when you dump the water out.
So then that might be something.
It floats more.
Ah, why is it floating more?
The water's
because when the water was in there, it was heavier. So now the water's out. It's light.
And remember, our focus is on understanding the properties of water. So what are some properties that we're learning about as we go? Okay.